Hello, world. Today is To Your Health Tuesday, and my post today basically talks about how nutrients is what you absorb in food, and to take into consideration the world around you and what you're absorbing that way. I know I have talked about this in the past, and definitely talked about it on the mental health stance of things, because of course what we absorb into us affects this part as well as the rest of our body. Our body holds memories. Muscle holds memories. I learned that when I was doing the massage schooling, and as I have been learning my own healing, our mind as well as the body, because of our mind is of course the thing that really holds our whole body together, um, holds a lot of the memory and such as well. So when you're going through a healing, sometimes you'll go through some certain um, things that'll come up from the past. So think about what you're taking into your everyday world. Again, and I talked about this last time too, are you watching too much news? Is it affecting your rest? Is it affecting how you, when you go to sleep? Are you getting worried and emotional about things that you can't fix? It's out of your control, but the news is definitely putting it in your way that you need to know about it. Those sorts of things. The people that you have around you, whether it be family, friends, coworkers, however, on that part of things, what kind of energy level do you have when you are around them? And this brings me over to the past 2 years, 3 years really. I have definitely been in a accelerated healing process of things. And I know I've talked about this before. Back in 2001, I had started reaching out to people, and I kind of saw them turn away from me in some ways, and then not communicate later on. So kind of left me feeling quite alone in a lot of ways. And in some cases, I knew it was the journey, the path that I needed to take. I could actually see it when I saw the person turn away from me, that it was part of what I needed for my life. Not the easiest, not the nicest thing to have to go through by any means in all ways, but sometimes that's part of the healing journey as well. And so last year I watched a lot of that unfold a little bit more, and there was of course, when I had my panic attack and my anxiety attack, there was one person that I had kept in my life. I've set boundaries with. The person didn't like the boundaries when I set them. I had to cut certain financial circumstances off from the person, and apparently I was in the wrong for doing that. Quit paying their cell phone bill and their TV programming, and made them have to take care of it themselves. And apparently I was in the wrong for that. Now, mind you, these are not my children that I was doing this sort of thing for. So I really had no obligation to have to do such things, but I ended up being in the wrong for that. And I still kept them around through a lot of the stuff. And when I had my anxiety attack and my panic attack, the person not only made fun of me to other people, told me about making fun of me, told me that I should have been raped during that whole matter, and then also just was a very, very negative source in my life while I was going through a lot of this stuff. And it was sadly a codependent relationship. I was relying on that person because they were the only person I had, in a sense, left in my world. Yet at the same time, I was understanding they were the last person I had left that really needed to be depart from my world. They were not healthy for me. And then as this year came about, and this spring, when I reached out to the person for help because I needed some assistance with some things, instead of helping me, they chose to remove themselves from my life, and then use last year against me, called the cops on me, and called family members to try and have me committed because of the experience that I had last year. That person is not a healthy person in my life. Has not been a healthy person in my life for many, many, many years in my life. But I have continued to invite them back in because, well, forgiveness. Forgiveness is a thing, and I do forgive people. Sadly, when I see the same thing happen over and over again, that is no longer forgiveness at that point. That is a matter of that person needs to take care of themselves and heal themselves before I can actually have them in my life. So I can continue my healing process or be healed. So that being said, I know I've talked about a lot about being alone, and I also knew that there was a lot of reasons why I needed to be alone. So I this year has really been a big notice of that because, again, that last person removed themselves. Some people have slowly started coming back into my life that actually want to try to help me in the best ways they can. I have been able to find new people also in my life that have been there for me and helped me out in some ways. So it has definitely been helpful and beneficial that that person was removed from my life. And until that person, again, decides to take the change for themselves, I cannot have that person in my life. Now, again, being alone in so many ways, I kept thinking, this is a thing that I have to go through. And for certain people out there that are of the God aspects and stuff like that, I have been noticing a lot there, certain memes, different posts that have been out. God wants you alone. God has you alone for a reason. So I started thinking about this, and I am actually going to talk a little bit more on this probably tomorrow, reasons why you are alone and why it is part of your journey. So that is everything I can have talk about for now. Again, pay attention to your sources. Is there environmental things? Is there news things that you're putting in your way? And I should say entertainment values that are not necessarily healthy for you? Is your environment maybe something in a way that needs to be small little changes so that you are not committing your energy to think, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this? Is it a relaxing area? And then the people that you have in your life as well. That's a big factor right there. Are they really supportive for you? Are they helpful? Are you keeping them around because you feel you have to in some cases, or maybe that codependent, which again still comes down to a have to sort of thing. So that's all I have for today. Look at your environment, see who, what, and how needs to be removed. You have a wonderful day.